Welcome, sleepy soul. I'm your storyteller tonight, here to help you drift into deep, peaceful sleep. Before we begin, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more bedtime stories. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from and what time it is. And if there's a story you'd like to hear next, I'd love to know that too. 21 scary true stories from stores don't stay after closing time. I should have left the store, but something followed me out. Tonight's story is not about monsters, not about ghosts, but something far more real. A quiet place, a late night, and a feeling that something is wrong. If you're ready, let your body relax. Let your breathing slow and drift into the story. The decision that didn't feel important. I should have gone straight home. That thought has replayed in my head more times than I can count. But the strange thing is, at the time, it didn't feel like a big decision. It felt small, insignificant. The kind of choice you don't even remember making. I had just finished work, a late shift that stretched longer than it should have, the kind that drains everything out of you, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. I remember standing outside the building, keys in hand, staring at nothing, trying to gather enough energy just to drive. The air was still, heavy, the kind of night where everything feels slower, quieter, like the world is winding down, and you're the only one still awake in it. The drive. The roads were empty, not completely, but close enough. A car here and there, far in the distance. Streetlights stretched endlessly ahead, casting long shadows across the road. I drove without thinking, muscle memory guiding me. Same turns, same signals, same route I'd taken 100 times before. My mind drifted, half awake, half somewhere else. And then a thought cut through everything. I had nothing to eat at home, no breakfast, no snacks, nothing. And for some reason, that bothered me more than it should have. The turn. I saw the store before I decided. Bright lights, standing out against the dark like a beacon. It wasn't even a place I normally stopped at. Just a large late-night supermarket, open longer than most. Convenient, familiar, safe. At least that's what I thought. I slowed down slightly, just enough to consider it. Keep driving, go home, or stop, just for a few minutes. That's all it would take. 5 minutes? In and out. No big deal. I don't remember making the decision. But suddenly, I was turning into the parking lot. The parking slot. The first thing I noticed was how empty it was. Not completely empty, but emptier than it should have been. Cars were scattered far apart. No clusters, no movement, just stillness. The overhead lights buzzed faintly, casting harsh white circles on the ground, leaving dark gaps in between. Places where the light didn't quite reach. I parked closer to the entrance, closer than usual. Something about the distance made me uneasy, like walking too far alone wouldn't be a good idea. Even though I didn't know why, the yelling I didn't get out right away. I don't know why. I just sat there, hands on the steering wheel, looking at the store, the glass doors, the reflections. For a brief moment, I felt something strange. Not fear, not yet, just a hesitation, like something in me was saying, "Don't go in." But I ignored it. Of course I did, because it didn't make sense. Stepping one side, the doors opened with a soft mechanical sound. Cool air rushed over me. And instantly, something felt off. Not wrong enough to leave, but wrong enough to notice. The lights were too bright, the aisles too long, the space too open, and the silence too heavy. There were people inside, but it didn't feel like it. Something is missing at first. I couldn't figure out what felt wrong. Everything looked normal. Shelves stocked, floors clean, lights bright, but something was missing. Sound. There was no music, no background noise, no distant chatter, just silence. And the low, constant hum of electricity. It made every movement feel louder, every step echo, every breath noticeable. I shifted my basket in my hand and started walking toward the fruit aisle, trying to ignore the feeling too quiet. My footsteps echoed slightly, even though they shouldn't have. That's when I realized there were almost no customers, just a few employees, far away, moving slowly, almost mechanically, not talking, not interacting, not even looking at me. It felt like I had walked into a place that was technically open, but already closed. The first glance, I turned into the snack aisle, reaching for something without really looking. And then that feeling hit again, stronger this time, like someone was watching me. Not casually, not accidentally, but intentionally, slowly. I looked up. He's still there. He was there, at the end of the aisle. Same place, same posture, same stillness, like he hadn't moved at all. Since the first time I saw him, that alone didn't make sense. I had walked through at least 2 aisles. He shouldn't have been there already. Unless he moved faster than I did, or he never left. No cart, no items. I looked closer this time, trying to understand. He still had nothing. No basket, no cart, no items, just standing there, watching me. That's when something inside me shifted, from unease to awareness. This wasn't normal. Doesn't look away. Most people, when you make eye contact, they look away, even if just for a second. But he didn't. He held it, unblinking, unmoving, like he didn't care if I noticed, like he wanted me to notice. I moved first. I broke the stare, turned away quickly, and moved to the next aisle. My grip tightened on the basket, my pace slightly faster now, not running, but no longer relaxed, trying to act normal, even though I didn't feel normal anymore. Haste there again. I turned the corner and stopped. My heart skipped. He was there again, closer this time, not directly in front, but near enough that I could see him clearly. Same clothes, same posture, same stillness, impossible timing. There was no way he could have walked there that fast, not without passing me, not without me noticing, which meant one of two things. Either I wasn't paying attention, or something about this wasn't right at all. The store feels different. The longer I stayed, the stranger everything felt. The aisles seemed longer, the lighting harsher, the silence heavier. It felt like the store had changed, without actually changing, like the space itself was wrong. I test ID'd to something, just to prove to myself that I was overthinking. I quickly turned into another aisle, then another, moving faster now, trying to break the pattern, trying to lose him. The result. I stopped suddenly and turned. My stomach dropped. He was there, again, closer than before, now only a few feet away. Too close. This time, I could see more of his face, but something about it felt off, not distorted, not unnatural, just wrong. Like my brain didn't want to process it fully. The first words then. He spoke, softly, almost too quietly to hear. You shouldn't be here. Freeze it. My body went still, completely still. My mind tried to respond, but nothing came out. The words didn't feel like a warning. They felt like a statement, like a fact. His voice didn't match him. It was calm, flat, almost emotionless, not threatening, not angry, but that somehow made it worse. I respond, "What?" I managed to say, barely above a whisper. My voice sounded unfamiliar, shaky, small. Shim repeats, "It's, you shouldn't be here." Same tone, same calm delivery, no change in expression, no movement. Something snaps. That's when fear hit. Not slow, not creeping. Instant, sharp, cold. My instinct screamed, leave. Now, something was wrong, very wrong. And whatever it wasn't just him. Something changes after he spoke. Everything felt different, not just him. The entire store, the air felt heavier. Like breathing took more effort. The lights above flickered, just slightly, barely noticeable. But enough. Enough to make everything feel unstable. Uncertain. I stepped back. I took a slow step backward, then another, my eyes never leaving him. He didn't move, didn't react, just watched. Like he knew exactly what I was thinking. No one else cars. I turned my head quickly, looking for anyone else. An employee, another customer, anyone. But the aisles were empty, completely empty. The few workers I had seen earlier, gone. Or hidden somewhere I couldn't see. Sket's letter. The silence grew louder. That's the only way to describe it. It pressed against my ears until even my own heartbeat sounded too loud, too sharp, too real. I turned to leave. That was it. I didn't care about food anymore. I didn't care about anything. I turned and started walking toward the front. Fast, controlled, trying not to run. Fruit Stips. I thought it was just mine. But then I heard another set. Soft, slow, perfectly timed, behind me. Ace following. I didn't look back immediately. I didn't want to confirm it. But I already knew. He was following me, matching my pace, not rushing, not closing in, just staying there. I walk faster. I picked up my pace, my breathing getting heavier, my grip tightening on the basket, my footsteps echoing louder now. Hedge's eye to the footsteps behind me, matched mine. Exactly. Same rhythm, same speed, like a mirror. I stop suddenly. The footsteps stop too, instantly. No delay, no extra step. I turned slowly. I turned around. He was closer now, much closer. Only a few feet away. Too close to run, too close. If I ran, he could reach me. That thought hit hard and froze me in place. His face, I tried to look at his face clearly, really see him, but something felt wrong again, like my mind refused to focus. Details slipped away. Every time I tried to study him, he tilted his head. He tilted his head slightly, like he was curious, like he was studying me. The movement was slow, unnatural. He speaks again. You stayed too long. Cold fear, those words. Hit harder than before, because now they felt true. I dropped the basket without thinking. I let the basket fall. It hit the floor loudly, echoing through the empty store. The sound felt wronged, too loud, too sharp. I run. That was it. Instinct took over. I turned and ran. The sound beat in me for a split second. There was silence. Then footsteps, fast, loud, right behind me. Full chase. I sprinted down the aisle, my heart pounding, my breath breaking, my shoes slipping slightly on the polished floor. I at least feel longer. The aisles felt longer now, much longer, like they stretched further than before, like the exit was moving away. I see the front. I could see the front doors. Far ahead, glass reflecting bright light. Freedom. Escape. Something is wrong. But something was wrong. The doors weren't opening, even from a distance. They just stayed shut. I pushed harder. I ran faster, ignoring the pain in my legs, ignoring everything, just focused on reaching the exit. Footsteps closer. The sound behind me grew louder, closer. He was gaining. Breath on my neck. Then I felt it. Warm breath. Right behind me. He was right there. Closer than ever. And the exit? Still hadn't opened. The door doesn't open. I reached the exit. Full speed, hand outstretched, waiting for the automatic doors to slide open. They didn't. I impacted. I slammed into the glass. Hard. The impact knocked the air out of my chest. Pain shot through my shoulder. But the doors stayed shut. Panic breaks and no. It's the sensor again. Waved my hands. Stepped back. Forward. Nothing. Turning back slowly. I turned around. Heart pounding so violently it hurt. A is gone. The aisle behind me, empty. Completely empty. No footsteps. No shadow. Nothing. Silence returns. The silence came back. Thick. Heavy. Like it had been waiting for me. I tried the door again. I slammed my hand against the glass. Open. Still nothing. Smething reflects, that's when I saw it. Not in front of me, but in the reflection. On the glass door, his bend me again. He was standing right behind me. Closer than ever before. So close I should have felt him. But I hadn't. I freeze and my body locked. Every muscle frozen. I couldn't move. Couldn't breathe. Hajesn't talks me, he didn't grab me. Didn't attack. Didn't even move. He just stood there. Hitch voice QE'd. You noticed me. My voice breaks. What do you want? The words barely came out. Dry, shaking. A long pause for a moment. Nothing. Just silence. His ants where you stayed. Confusion and fear. I was just shopping. My voice sounded weak. Small. Not even convincing to myself. He steps closer, one slow step. That's all it took. Now he was right behind me. Breath again, I felt it again. His breath. Warm. Unnatural. Right against my neck. Whisper you didn't leave when you should have. Something snapped, something inside me broke. Fear turned into raw survival. I spin around. I turned fast, ready to push him, to fight, to do anything. Nothing there. He was gone. Completely gone. No footsteps. No shadow. No sign he had ever been there. Door opens, click. The door slid open. Escape, cold night air rushed in. I didn't hesitate. I ran. Parking slot empty. The lot was almost completely empty now. Only a few cars scattered far apart. Too far apart. My car spotted my car. Hand shaking. Keys slipping in my grip. Unlock, click. I yanked the door open. Jumped inside. Locked it immediately. Breathing hard. My chest heaving. My heart out of control. Hands trembling so badly I could barely start the engine. I look up. And then, I made a mistake. I looked up. He's outside now. He was standing across the parking lot, under a dim light, watching me. Not normal distance, too far to reach me, but not far enough to ignore. He doesn't move. He doesn't wave. Didn't chase. Didn't wave. Just watching, just standing there, like he had all the time in the world. Engine starts. The car finally started. I drive. I didn't think, didn't plan, just drove. Mirror check. I checked the rearview mirror, expecting headlights, movement, anything. Nothing. There was nothing behind me. No car, no sign of him. Home doesn't feel safe. Even when I got home, locked every door, checked every window. Something was wrong. I still felt it. That same feeling, like something hadn't ended. The realization, because it hadn't. The final thought, that thing. Whatever it was, didn't follow me out. The twist, it was already with me. Before I ever walked in. And now, sometimes, when I'm alone at night, I hear footsteps behind me, perfectly matching mine. Next time, if something feels wrong, don't stay, because it might already be too late.